I've watched Asian cinema before, but this will be my first review of it, so I apologize in advance for the butchering of the names. Greetings and welcome to Jefficho Films. Today I'm going to review Brotherhood of Blades 2, The Infernal Battlefield. This is actually a prequel to the 2014 version, Brotherhood of Blades, which is nice because I hadn't seen that one. I actually watched it after, so I actually watched it in chronological order, which made the ending less predictable for me. Now for me, this one's far superior to the first one, but you don't get the second one without the first one. They just did everything better in this one. It actually made $263 million at the box office, and only 131 of that's from China. The story is set during the Ming dynasty, and it follows Shen Lian, an imperial guard who's trying to track down the truth amongst this conspiracy. This is a tough movie to explain because there's so many intricate plot lines, and it really does have a lot of layers to it. We start out on a battlefield with thousands dead, bodies everywhere, and the soldier gets up and he sees a couple of his men about to be executed, so he goes and he saves them. At this point I know I'm in for some really good Asian cinema action. After a CGI filled yet beautiful shot of a sunset amongst the battlefield, we jump ahead 8 years where Shen is investigating the death of Master Gao, one of the 3 survivors. His investigation is cut short by Lieutenant Ling, and although Shen is a captain and outranks him, Ling's got some blood relations that put him a little bit above him, and he's a manipulative dick. And although Ling manipulates Shen off the case, his investigation never ends. He loses a friend who kills himself rather than go to prison, because we're living in a time where if you speak ill or discouraging things about the Emperor, then you're going to become an enemy of the state and be hunted. Shen's an imperial guard who has to follow orders, but deep down he's a good man, so he ignores those orders when he doesn't kill or arrest this woman whose paintings are deemed treason. Throughout the movie, Shen has to walk the line of duty and what's right. So when he tags along with Ling, who's going to arrest Bei Zhai for her paintings, and Ling actually tries to rape her and then blackmail Shen, Shen kills him. Shen's actually a notch above most fighters, but his victory came at a cost because now he's being investigated by Pei Lun, who actually held a grudge against him for the death of their mutual friend, the drunken guy who took his life. Our hero does eventually get blackmailed by a group trying to overthrow the Emperor, and he has to burn down some archives. This is where we get introduced to Baiying, who I was pretty impressed with. I thought she took control of most of the scenes she was in as an actress. All these separate agendas and investigations forge a lot of unexpected alliances. The fight scenes are well spread out, leaving the story a lot of time to breathe, and lots of twists and betrayals occur. Shen has this black cat at home who actually warns him when people come by. It makes a lot of noise. It actually gets shot throughout the movie, or maybe a ricochet because it turns out to be fine later, which I can't say for a lot of the other characters. Everyone who schemed to overthrow the Emperor, to put someone else in power, to change their country for the better, really just became loose ends for the new Emperor. The underlying love story was nicely done. It really humanized Shen, who otherwise was just a soldier in an oppressive government who only cared about his own survival. Now because of his feelings for Baiying, he makes less selfish decisions. I really like when he lies to her to hide her from the truth that the people that she believes in actually want her dead, and she catches him in the lie, but appreciates it. It is really cool. They did such a nice slow burn on this character, just really developing throughout the movie, that I was really looking forward to watching the first one that takes place after. But it really kind of let me down because, you know, they hadn't thought of all this stuff yet. And so the character's just not identically the same. Definitely a few of the actors that stood out for me was Chang, who played Shen, and Zhilei Zin. Didn't butcher that at all. But I'm definitely interested to see them in some other movies. In the end, if you like Asian cinema and can tolerate subtitles, then this is for you. The story is so good that I'd say I'd want a North American version if I didn't know they would butcher that. But this movie was so well done, and I really appreciated it, and it's totally going to lead me to some other movies from the same director and a lot of the actors, because I'm very interested to see what else they can do. And as always, thanks for watching.